Dad delivered me inside a canvas homemade tent on August 30, 1946, which stood along the shores of Waswanipi River, light over water. Living in the village of Waswanipi was the fondest time of my childhood. All the diamonds, otters, trappers, blacksmiths' kitchens, and Nipash families would come together for the summer months. In early fall, my family would move by canoe to our trapline in Shishkamuk, where Dad would get beaver traps ready for winter and Mom would make fish nets to set along the rivers. My brothers and I set the rabbit snares in the woods. There were 7 children in our family and everyone had a chore to do. Mishomis' grandfather and Nokomis' grandmother and my uncles would get their traps ready too. The moose hunt started in September and provided hide for the moccasins and sinew for snowshoes. When the rivers froze over, the men would hunt beaver for food and clothing. Sometimes they'd sell pelts to the Hudson Bay Company. At Shishkamuk, my mother Juliet and grandmother Clara would gather boughs to lay inside our tents and wood for the wood stoves. I remember helping them gather spruce pitch. They'd boil it to make salves for cuts and would chew on to clean our teeth. They'd also make pemmican for the moose hunters' 2-3-day trips. For months, we'd gather all the medicines we'd need for the winter months. If the hunters got a bear, we would make bear grease for our medicines and soups. Mom would also put it on our hair and mosquito bites. My first teachers and healers were my dad, mom, and grandparents. I learned a lot from them. Wabaguni Kwedezenkas, Waswanipi Tunjaba, Makwadudam, Cree First Nation Indau. My English name is Daisy Kostus. I have gathered medicines most of my life and enjoy teaching others. I don't know all the medicines. No one person could. I am constantly learning and enjoying meeting others. Today, I share my knowledge at summer native language camps across Michigan. I take people into the fields to identify and harvest medicines. I teach people how to make cedar and Labrador teas or salves to take home. This past spring, I participated in the Indigenous Food Summit and showed participants how to make a rabbit skin blanket and cook beaver over an open fire. It is important to learn how to gather and prepare our traditional foods and medicines. It can sometimes be a very lengthy process, but it is very rewarding. Our food is our medicine. When medicine comes from the Creator's natural state, it is much better for you. Creator gives you a blessing when you are out in the woods. Gather medicines with respect by offering a zema. Our ancestors want us to know about these good medicines because one day the cost of drugs might be too high or our food might become too contaminated. It's too easy to pick up fast food and go to the drugstore to get our medicines. Set aside that mainstream mentality and think about what your ancestors had to do to survive. Learn and teach our children and our grandchildren about traditional foods and medicines. Take them out to language camps. Creator has always been good to us. Chimigwech gshemanadu, uhegadayach with shikashin kadech, mshogajimi yatin henemi jimnangea, chachidnan, oho migwech.